Ugh, don't mind me, I'm still stuffed up from my cold. Well, I did not expect my last video to get posted on Reddit, but it did start a discussion, so I think that's a good thing. Believe it or not, I don't want everybody to agree with everything I say because I'm not always right. In fact, I'm more often wrong than anything. But I always learn something new when these types of things arise, so the main point is that you can always disagree with somebody and it doesn't always have to be an argument. Unfortunately, Reddit is acting up for me and won't actually allow me to log in, so unfortunately I can't take part in the thread, but either way I think a video was coming regardless. Well, to start, I don't agree that 80% of my criticism was targeted at the cosmetic system. Yeah, I probably talked about it for way too long, but I was trying to explain why I didn't like it instead of just saying that I think it sucks. Honestly, I see it more as a progression system than anything, at least in the case of the crafting system, which is where the majority of my problem lies. But I do have a problem with the merc deck system in general, since you can make multiple decks for each merc, but you're so limited in the actual availability in using the items you own when it comes to actually equipping them to these decks, and that is just so stupid to me. Once you finish buying all the mercs, or at least the ones that you want, the only thing left to work towards is crafting your favorite loadouts in those higher tier skins. At least I think so. Because yeah, the gameplay is fun, but it really is the same thing over and over without very much variety, which is why I even mentioned the idea of introducing new game modes. Yes, I agree 100% that Dirty Bomb is and should remain an objective and stopwatch based game. That should be the main focus, but my argument for adding different varieties of modes is simply for the fact of reducing burnout. Players can keep playing Dirty Bomb while continuing to progress their account without having to live the exact same routine over and over, because there's only so long at least I can play the same thing before I get bored and want to find something else. Like I said, maybe it's just me, but if I had another game mode to switch to, like a Domination or a King of the Hill style game mode, just as a quick example off the top of my head, I would want to keep playing. Because I could still play Dirty Bomb, but in a different way. Even though I might want to keep playing Dirty Bomb, I don't find the idea of continually and mind-numbingly repairing and destroying the EV very enticing after playing even a few matches. Maybe if I could play with my friends instead of just randoms, then that would be a different story, but I guess we'll just have to wait to see what this Face It thing's all about. I still haven't done any research on that, so I have no idea what the hell it is. But the idea isn't to split the community across different sections. We already have way too small of a player base right now, and yes, obviously that would be a detrimental thing to the already existing game mode. But my thought at least was that it would keep players interested and retain larger numbers of concurrent players, not to split up the community we have now. It could bring in new players or bring back the old ones who loved the gameplay and wanted to experience it a little differently. But clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. And I honestly don't mean that passive aggressively. After I uploaded my last video, I almost wanted to take it down because I realized that most of the things I talked about were just my personal opinions, and it actually kind of sounded pretty toxic to me listening to it back. But then I saw how many people agreed with me, and besides just that, I thought I can't just hide away from how I felt at that time, because those were my honest thoughts and feelings, even if they were completely misguided. Can we get Dirty Bomb Battle Royale, please? Because that is what will help this game tremendously. Oh god, I'm joking. Please, please don't take that seriously. If that were the case, literally every single active player right now would be in the same lobby. And that's actually a pretty funny thought. Anyways, most of my last video was just me talking out of my ass with no real clue as to what's going on. I mainly came back, seen that not much had changed, and assumed the worst. So I'm probably due for a positivity video at this point. Fuck, I keep hitting my mic. Because most, if not all, of what I have or had to say has been negative, and not only do I not want to be that guy, but it's also unfair of me to cherry pick and point fingers at just the things that I don't like. If it's true that Dirty Bomb's revenue has increased, even though their player population has decreased, then shit the goddamn, dude. I couldn't be happier for the game and the developers, because that speaks volumes about how well their system is actually working. That could just be due to how much new content available for purchase there has been recently though, because before all of the new weapon skins and Obsidian merc skins, there wasn't really much for us to spend money on besides buying mercs or elite cases, which, let's face it, was pretty hella unenticing. Yeah, I'm bringing hella back. But I'll gladly eat my words and say that I have no clue what I'm talking about when I said that a marketing push will be a bad move for the game, especially if they have the profits to do it. I say give it all you got, and I'll support it for sure. I just think that improving the current state of the game now will cause the new influx of players from this advertising campaign to want to stay longer. Because yeah, I do talk a lot of shit, but I still want what's best for this game. Even if I don't know what that is, my throat is so parched. I hate being sick. I'm just offering my opinion and advice because, at least in my eyes, the way things are progressing as they are now, it just looks bleak. I guess I'm just better at ranting more than anything else. Anyways, I just wanted to put that out there. I am well aware of my own ignorance. Do not worry. I just get heated sometimes. And in hindsight, you're right, I did focus most of my attention on the cosmetic side of things. But if anybody has anything else they'd like to input or discuss, then let me know down in the comments. And if there's anything I feel like I forgot to mention, I'll probably end up making another discussion video, but I don't want to drag this topic out forever. But I might make a video talking about some ideas for new game modes as well, because I have a couple ideas that I think would be really fun, but I just don't know if I'll be able to explain it concisely enough that I'll like my own explanation, because it sounds good in my head, but as soon as I start trying to type it down, I'm just gonna go full retard. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. But until then, as always, take care, everyone. I said take care. Why you no take care?